If you've never handled a car accident injury case, you may feel overwhelmed. Communicating with insurance companies about your injuries while you are getting medical treatment to heal up from your injuries can be exhausting. In this video, I'll explain how car accident injury settlements work. To do so, let me tell you the story of my past client, Nolan. Nolan was involved in a two-vehicle automobile accident. He was driving his pickup truck on a two-lane road when the driver of another vehicle traveling in the other lane in the opposite direction came over into his lane, collided with Nolan's vehicle, and knocked Nolan's vehicle into a ditch on the side of the road. Nolan took good photographs depicting the scene of the accident following the accident. These photographs helped us prove the other driver was at fault. You see, the photographs showed the skid marks caused by Nolan's truck when he braked to try to avoid the collision. The skid marks revealed that my client never left his lane of travel. It was thus the case the other driver had to have crossed the center lane into Nolan's lane of travel to cause this wreck. In order to get a settlement in your car accident case, you must show that another driver or party was the at-fault liable party for the accident. Before Nolan even called me for help, he did the right thing in his case by taking these photographs, as they ultimately helped us show that the other driver was at fault in the accident. We were able to send these photographs to the other driver's insurance company. After reviewing the photographs, the other driver's insurance company admitted liability on behalf of its insured driver. After the accident, Nolan focused on getting the medical treatment he needed. You see, Nolan sustained injuries to his neck, back, and right arm as a result of the accident. He was taken by ambulance to the hospital where diagnostic testing was performed and he was discharged. About a month and a half after the accident, he had an MRI on his low back which revealed 3 bulging discs in his low back. Nolan missed a little bit of time from work due to his injuries and ultimately concluded his chiropractic treatment and pain management treatment just a tad over 4 months following the accident. Once he was finished treating, we gathered all of Nolan's medical records and bills for medical treatment associated with his accident. We also were able to get his employer to fill out a form that documented the amount of time he missed from work and verifying how much he made on a weekly basis so we could prove his lost wages. I then sent a demand letter to the other driver's insurance company's adjuster assigned to the file demanding they pay out their insured driver's policy limits. Along with the demand letter, I included all the evidence we had that supported my client's case, including the photographs, medical records, and medical bills. The demand letter is how an injury victim initiates settlement negotiations. In the state I practice law in, Kentucky, you see, the other driver's insurance company is not required to disclose to you what their insured driver's policy limits are. Thus, it's usually a good idea in my state to start off negotiations by sending a demand for the policy limits. I knew in Nolan's case that the insurer would either pay out the policy limits if the other driver had low limits, like the state minimum of $25,000 per person, or make us an offer for a specific amount. In response to our demand, the insurance adjuster eventually made an initial offer in the amount of $42,000 to settle Nolan's case. From there, myself, with Nolan's authority, and the other driver's insurance company adjuster negotiated back and forth for a little over a month. After they made their offer, I made a counter demand offer. They then made an offer in response to that offer, which was followed by a counter demand offer made by me with Nolan's authority. The negotiations went back and forth for a little over a month until we were eventually able to settle Nolan's case for just under $60,000. Getting a fair and reasonable settlement usually takes some time. It's virtually impossible to get an estimated value of an injury victim's case until the injury victim is either done treating or reached maximum medical improvement. You do not want to sell yourself short. It may take months of getting medical treatment and additional time to collect your medical records and bills and to negotiate with the insurance company, but it's usually what is necessary to get maximum compensation in your case. At the end of the day, Nolan was happy we were able to resolve his case for a fair and reasonable amount without the need to file a lawsuit or go to court in his case. But the thing is, not all cases settle for a fair and reasonable amount without having to file a lawsuit or go to court. In fact, my office has to file lawsuits on a regular basis for our clients in order to get a fair and reasonable settlement for them. So how do you know if you have a case that you should consider filing a lawsuit on? Well, in this video about to pop up here, I will tell you what you should be on the lookout for in your case when determining whether or not you should file a lawsuit in your injury case. Lastly, if you've been injured in a car accident, slip or trip and fall incident, or dog attack incident in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.